Hello, my friends. Welcome back. How are you? I hope doing okay. Let's see what I'm up to today, shall we? I have this mold right here that we're going to create in today. And if you see this piece up here, when you pop it out, you can hang it on your wall or wherever you want to hang it. I purchased this little piece right here. It's actually for your car, to put on your car, but it will work in resin all the same. When it came to me, though, it wouldn't fit in here how I needed it to. So I had to cut it and tweak it a little bit. So it's going to go in here something like this. And it's Jesus, and it says, "I saw that." It's funny, but it's not. So I have some resin right here, already ready, and this is 60 milliliters of Let's Resin epoxy resin. I'm going to take some tape and I'm going to run it back through the mold right quick just to make sure there are no debris in the mold or dust. I live on the dustiest road known to man. I can wash my car, and I kid you not, it's dusty the very next day. Okay, so now I'm going to spritz a little bit of alcohol in the mold. And I'm going to pick the mold up and I'm just going to shake it a bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour my resin. And I'm going to scrape the sides of the cup and the bottom just to get all that resin out of my cup. Every little bit helps. When you're doing this, you go through a lot of resin. Okay, now I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to run it through the mold to pop the bubbles and heat the resin up just a little bit. And the reason you really want to do this right now at this stage, when I heat the resin up, it lets the bubbles release and come to the top probably a bit faster than they would. But you also want to do this step before you put your vinyls or whatever in, because you don't want to put too much heat on those because they may curl up and become discombobulated or whatnot, and you don't want that. So we're going to make sure our resin is pretty much bubble free as we can get it to be. So I'm just going to go down these edges and see if I see any bubbles or anything that shouldn't be there. I'm not sure what that is. But I got it that time. Oh, that's a bubble. I'm catching bubbles over here. I'd rather be fishing than catching bubbles. Fishing for fish, not bubbles. I love to fish. It's something very peaceful about fishing to me. Okay, we have a few bubbles in there, but the alcohol is going to take care of them. And there's something right here. It's a piece of glitter. Uh-oh. There's some more glitter. Where did that come from? Oh, it came off of there. My little thing busted. It's got the stuff coming out of the end of it. I'm glad I seen that before all of it went in my resin. Oh my goodness. That would not have been good. Okay. Let me pause you so I fish this glitter out of here, you guys. Okay, now I'm going to get my pieces here. And let's see how you get to him. Uh-oh. Let me cut a little bit more off of this. I didn't know it was going to be like that. I want to get it as close to him as I can so we don't have any lines in there. Okay, what I've decided to do is I got all the edges off of Jesus here. But the wording right here, I'm not going to be able to do that. Because see, right through here, I would literally have to cut each one of those out. There's no sense in me doing that. That's a waste of time. When I can go to my Cricut and type this in and print it on my Cricut with my vinyl, and I'll be able to place it on the outside and dome it. So that's what I'm going to do when we get to that part. I'm not going to use this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get Jesus out of here. Whoops. Okay. And he's more black on this side, so that means the printing is on this side and not this side. So we're going to turn him backwards because when we pull him out of the mold, he'll be facing forward. Because when you work in a mold, you're working backwards most of the time. That's not the case with all molds, but most of the time it's the case. So I'm going to, let's see if I spray any alcohol on there, if it will affect that black, if it will run off of there. And it looks like it is a little bit, so I'm not going to spray it with alcohol. I'm just going to place it in here and scoot him over and push him down. And if there's any bubbles that do make it underneath him and stay, we will fix those on the other side when we pull it out of the mold. We will deal with those then. So no big deal if some of them are trapped under there. I usually spray alcohol and it doesn't have any that are trapped, but sometimes you can't do that. That's why you always need to spray alcohol on a piece of what you're working with to see if that alcohol is going to smear whatever you're using. Or you could seal it with Mod Podge or something. Whatever you prefer to do. Okay, and I think that's just how I want it right there. Okay, I'm going to use my heat gun a little bit, not much. Because we don't want our vinyl or whatever you're putting there, we don't want it to curl up from the heat. So I'm just going to keep using this tool to nudge the bubbles and rock them a bit and loosen them so they can float to the top. The ones that want to be hard-headed and stay in there. Okay, I have chosen Baltic Day Pure Soul, golden yellow, Kelly green, and blue. And it looks like that. And then I have chosen Pearl X Pumpkin Orange. I may need to get another scoop of this one out. I don't think I put quite enough in there. I don't really want it to be real powerful though, because it is a chameleon. Okay, and then my cups are, they're not dirty. I reuse them to save. I'm trying to be better at my waste this year. So trying to do my part. Okay, and in this cup, it's not really dirty. It's just dried resin in there. We're going to put some of these flakes right here in the third cup. I'm going to put a little bit in each cup and get my mica stirred up real good. And then I will go ahead and half out the resin. And this keeps me from having to stir the whole cup like this, to stir in the mica and make sure that it is stirred up really good in my resin. If I do that in just a little bit of resin, excuse me, then it helps keep the bubbles down. Oh, I got to get my other color out. I'm sorry, I forgot another color. We're doing 3 colors in here and some of the flakes. Okay, and we're also using the Cast and Craft White Opaque Pigment. Okay, I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drops of my Cast and Craft. I'm going to go ahead and stir it up. How's everybody doing today? I hope everyone is doing well. The weather has been, oh shoot, just rainy and yeah, not so much sunshine this way here lately. After the eclipse, it's just been drabby. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit more resin to these cups. And then I'm going to save this for some of those little flakes right there. And I'll be back when I get them all stirred. Okay, I'm just going to dip in here and get some of these out. I'm not really worried about the size of them. Some of them is really big because this is a big tray, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to spray some alcohol in the mold. I don't really have a rhyme or reason why I'm pouring it this way. I'm just doing it. Just what came to mind. I don't know if we'll be able to see these flakes, but I wanted to see if what they would do in here, if they would peek out and let us see them. Okay, now I'm going to use my heat gun. Okay, now I'm going to take my silicone tip tool here, and I'm just going to kind of do that. And now I'm going to finish pouring. Okay, our tray is ready, and I am so nervous about these colors that I used. I felt real bold about it at first, but the more I watched it, the less bold I became. So here we go. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's beautiful. I like it. It turned out so pretty. Look at the mylar flakes peeking through. That turned out so pretty. Wow. Okay, now I have our words over here that I made with my Cricut. We're going to put them somewhere like that. Then we're going to put something around, maybe a bow or something. Oh, I see a bubble right there. Is that a bubble? It's a white bubble. It's not a clear bubble. It's a white bubble. Isn't that weird? How did that happen? Oh, I bet I know how. I bet you there was a bubble there that I didn't see, and when I went in with my colors, the white seeped into it and made it white. That's exactly what happened. Okay, no big deal. I'm going to drill through that, and because I'm going to dome it anyway, because I still have to put my vinyl on, and when I put vinyl on, I like to dome it, you know, just to give it extra security. So, yeah, I will drill that out of there, and you'll never even know it was there. Okay, I will see you in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my vinyls on, and then I will show you what I picked out for the ribbon. I'm going to have to watch out for the exclamation mark at the end, exclamation mark, because the little period wasn't wanting to come off. Yep, got it. And there it is. Nice placement there. Happy about that. Okay. Now, I get these little bundles like this from Hobby Lobby, and they're $4.99. But you can get them for $2.50 if you catch them on the 50% off. Which I caught, not the last time I went, but the time before last. And I got like 6 bundles. You know, all different colors. Really, really cool. Okay. So I went through a bunch of those and I picked out these colors. And I'm not going to really tie it on here like I'm going to, because I still have to drill that bubble out and dome it. But I just wanted to show you kind of how it's going to look. I may do it where it falls down to the sides, like that kind of. And all this will be fixed real nice and neat. So what do you think about it? Do you think it's pretty? Do you think it turned out cute? Do y'all like the colors? Do you like the colors in the bow? Let me know. Let's talk about it in the comment section below. I also wanted to show you guys, I got these bezels from Temu. I picked out a bunch of different ones. And I have UV resin and I use it. I incorporate it in pieces, you know, that I do. But I have never dibbled and dabbled in making earrings and stuff with UV resin. I have never ever done it, but I've always wanted to. Look at those cute little mason jar earrings, bezels. So I wanted to show you guys my very first UV resin earrings that I made last night. And y'all tell me your honest opinion for my very first time. What do they look like? Okay, I get these little kits right here from Joann's Fabric. And they are amazing. The rings are very hard to close, which means good quality. You know, because you don't want them opening up and the earring falling apart or whatever you're making. And they come with all different kinds in here. So I love getting these kits. But I made a pair of earrings out of I took these little rings right here, and I put, this is the first pair I made, and I put them in that little ring right there. Do you think those are pretty? I think I had it turned the wrong way. Let me see. Yeah, this is the front. And there's the other one to it. And then I made out of these are my favorite bezels out of all of them that I purchased. These right here. Because you can do anything in that. So I made these earrings. What do you guys think? Do you think they look pretty? I should have turned the flower the other way. But it's my first time making them, and I was just a going. Having a good time. But yeah, I just wanted to share those with y'all. I was so excited about them. It was my very first pair that I'd ever made out of UV resin and a bezel. So, for those of you who stayed through the entire video, I have no words to express how grateful I am to have you here. I truly appreciate your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for allowing me to be part of it. I hope to see you in the next video. God bless you. Bye-bye, my friends.